Afternoon, Phil. Well, I'm glad we played that 1 o'clock for half 5. I'd be bloody freezing.
It's cold.
2-2 draw today against Lincoln. Not the best performance. What's your thoughts on that? Because it wasn't a great watch, was it?
We were rubbish. We were rubbish from start to finish in terms of, we were the better team for the majority of the game. Obviously, they had spells, but we were the better team for the majority of the game. But we were really poor today, from 1 to 11 or from 1 to 16. We didn't have that same sort of energy. We didn't have that same aggression with and without the ball. I thought our attitude was poor for periods of the game. How we approached the game, we expected others to do it rather than taking responsibility. And as I said, that's despite the fact that we were probably the better team for the major parts of the game. They score the first goal against the run of play, 1-0, and I'm thinking to myself, is it going to be one of those days? We get ourselves back into it. A great finish from Boyle, a great bit of play, sticks it in the top bin, 1-1. And then we concede 2-1 on the stroke of half time. And to be fair, and to be honest, the goal summed up our performance in the fact that it's a ball in the box, no aggression, no one's tried to attack it. Their man not even had to jump to head it, he just literally just stuck his head forward and headed it in off the keeper. Very soft, easy goal, 2-1. We've gone at half time, and to be fair, I've told them about themselves a little bit. We've come out second half with a bit more purpose. They've tired a little bit, and then obviously we scored on goals. Again, it's a good bit of play from a bit of pressure, and it's a good ball in the box, and the lad stuck it in his own net. 2-2, and you go, right, okay, you go on and take the game to them now, which we kind of did, but not in the way I wanted us to. It was more half-hearted, because whether we thought we were too good or which we shouldn't be doing that, but we didn't sort of really take the game by the scruff of the neck. We created numerous opportunities. Again, we should have scored. I don't know how we haven't on the one where the keeper saved it. We've hit the bar, we've blocked it again, and we should be scoring from 6 and 7 yards. We don't, and frustratingly, we slash at things and create our own problems at times at the back. And I just thought we were off the pace for the remainder of the game. It was a bit seesaw. You have it, we have it, for the last 15 minutes or so, and anyone could have won it in the last 15 minutes. But yeah, I'm really disappointed with the performance today. Really disappointed with our effort. Which is not something I say regularly about this team, but today it wasn't there at all, and I'm really frustrated, as you could probably tell.
Yeah, there just seemed to be that bit of a contrast compared to last week in terms of our defensive performance today. The 2 goals are quite easy. I know the first goal's a great turn and finish, but apart from that, last week up at Consett, we seemed to put our bodies on the line for everything, which we did today. I know TJ nearly put it back at net himself, but just in terms of the 2 goals, as you say, it just seems to be a massive contrast from last week.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, as a team, it's difficult because ultimately they probably only had 3 shots at goal, maybe 4 at best that I can think of. That were of any note, and 2 of them are goals. So it's a difficult one in that sense. But in terms of the us getting winning that first and second balls at times, I don't think it was there. Obviously, we had to change a couple of things because we've got no Corey Hagan. They're massive misses for us. So we had a big hole in midfield. Sam Drake. He worked well in there, worked his socks off. Obviously, Sam Reid did a job in there for as long as he could, but obviously the void that Corey and Hagi fill is a big one, and it was present today. We could see that, but we should be doing better. We should be doing better. The lads know that. I'm frustrated with that. We should be doing better. No disrespect to Lincoln, but we should be doing better today.
Yeah, obviously we're getting close now to the halfway point in terms of our home games for this season. We like to make the Yorkshire Pyramid Stadium fortress usually. This season, it hasn't quite happened to plan, so how much looking to try and make that happen for the remainder of this season in terms of making this place a fortress and our place to come?
Yeah, well, we've got to. I mean, as I say, the saving grace from today is the fact that it's obviously we haven't lost the game and we've got a draw out of it, or we might, yeah, because we're losing the game 2-1, so we've got a draw out of it. But yeah, you know, we've got to do that. We've got to. I always talk about resilience. Today we weren't resilient. You know, the missing sort of link from that obviously is Corey in that sense, in regards to the difference between last week and this week. And he does make, when he does that defensive role in there, it does make a massive difference. And today that was kind of evident at times, certainly for the 2 goals. So yeah, we've got to do that. If we're going to have any sort of hopes of trying to achieve anything this season, we've got to be better. We've got to be better defensively.
Yep, next game, Gaffer, it's a nice tasty West Yorkshire derby under the lights again against Ponty this time on a Friday night, and they'll be looking for revenge, won't they? Yeah,
I mean, if we play like today, we'll get beat. Simple as that. You know, we were poor today and we managed to get a draw, but Ponty are a different animal, a different beast, and it's at their ground, so it'll be really difficult. So we'll have to be, really, really at it. And we've got players missing as every team does during the course of the season, but we've got to improve on today, and we'll train hard this week and get ourselves ready for Friday.
Nice one, Phil. Safe journey on to you Friday.
Cheers.